limits lifted, and then 2017, 2018, then he took away the age limit. So I haven't seen, you are too young, I'm older than you.
Yeah.
You've never seen any president, I've seen a few. And then the generation, so we should have a change of government. As a rule of law, we should
I think I agree with you, but I'm going to differ from you at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah? Why? I don't think we still need to talk about President Museveni anymore in Ugandan politics at the moment.
Because it's going to disappear.
Not like that. I don't want people to get me wrong, but
no,
I'm saying
it's actual that very soon he's going to have to go.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I think time has come where we need to realize that Uganda, the shifts of politics is changing. How? It's not all about Museveni anymore. It's about who comes after Museveni. That's where Bobby Wine comes in. That's
so leadership, yes.
So, for me to talk about leadership, literally I'm talking about succession of politics in Uganda, because the mindset of those in power, they think it's their entitlement to have someone who comes back into power from their own. Why talk about succession? I think as NRM and Museveni, the president, they have failed on succession. Because I think they can find, but then they have failed to create one for the past 36 years.
Upcoming constitutional change.
Yeah.
The majority, like UK, where you have been, they will have a chance to choose the president.
Yeah, but like I said, what I can talk about legacy and what I can talk about succession in Uganda, politics has to shift from Musevenism to nationalism to leadership.
And how are we going to do it?
It has already shifted. It's not all about Museveni anymore. I find President Museveni as a liability.
A little bit of how it has shifted.
Because previously, the people that had come to politics, the likes of the other political parties, the Maos, and the other people, it is Museveni's creation. Today, I wouldn't say projects, but I'm saying it's Museveni's creation. And as per for now, I think we have someone that is being described as one of the ghetto. So it's much more different than the way it was. And the way people are viewing it, for example, I'll give an example of the by-elections that have happened, those by-elections that have been.
Last night.
Yeah, like last night. I didn't get surprised about Name. I expected it.
I was surprised that the margin is very little, 800, but they gave us 1600 in Omoro.
Okay, so the reason as to why I'm saying I'm not surprised is because they have done it over and over again, and
it's getting worse.
So I know that I, as someone who got involved in the elections, the 2021 elections, I'm sure the Ugandans will not like the government anymore. So for the government to stay in power, it has to infringe itself on the people.
Yeah.
So by way of doing that, they have to use clandestine ways of getting power, even on the smallest. I'll give you an example of Nakwede. Remember, we were with Nakwede the other time.
I saw her yesterday at the parliament.
From Kayunga.
Yeah.
She was just AOC5 chairperson, Kayunga, contesting, but the amount of money that the government had to invest to make sure they frustrate the process, the electoral process, it was frustrating. It was so mad. So when it comes to MPs, like what happened to us in Omoro and all these by-elections, because the government tested a bit of it when Godwin came in Bujidi, in Jinja, in Chadondo East. When
they can no longer allow it.
They can no longer allow that.
Yeah.
So if I'm talking about succession, not until as the opposition we get other ways of unseating the government, I don't believe in election. That is me. So when it comes to succession, I think it's not all about Museveni anymore. We are seeing the shifts of Muhoozi project coming down.
Can we look into the perspective of Bobby Wine, lead and succession?
I think this is what I think. I think Ugandans spoke. Ugandans spoke in the 2020. They spoke. The way the electorate speaks is through a democratic process, which is elections. So Ugandans gave us the mantle to lead the nation for the next coming 20 to 40 years. Yeah, okay. So Ugandans spoke and they chose their president. Their president was Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. And those in power, they said, no way, let us gerrymander the process. Let us, take the election by force. So that alone is a description of where Uganda is going already. We've seen this before happening in the 80s. We ask ourselves questions as to why Museveni went to